Today we're reading Austin Lost in America, a geographic adventure by Jeff Sizkaz. Sorry, Jeff.
Austin had grown up in a pet store. All around him, other animals were being adopted. He wanted a real home too. And so one night, with the help of his friends, he escaped. For the first time ever, Austin was on his own. It was a little scary, but he knew his home was somewhere in the United States. With the help of his trusty map, he was determined to find it. Austin started his search at the easternmost point of the mainland United States, located in West Quoggy Head, Maine. Maine produces 99% of the blueberries in the United States. Approximately 1 million pounds of the nation's lobsters are caught off the coast of Maine. His lobster and blueberry allergies made him think that maybe Maine wasn't the best place for him. Vermont. So his search continued. Every year, Battle Bros Vermont hosts the strolling of the heifers, a parade of cows down its main street. New Hampshire was a wild ride. New Hampshire has the most roller coasters per person. Massachusetts. In Massachusetts, Boston Terriers showed him around. There was so much good food to eat. He had a Boston cream pie. It was actually a cake. He had a fig Newton. He had a Boston baked beans. He had New England clam chowder. He had a very bad stomach ache. Boston baked beans are made with navy beans, the state bean. The state dessert is the Boston cream pie. Fig Newtons are named after the town Newton, Massachusetts. The state dog is the Boston Terrier. Maybe Massachusetts won't be his home. Luckily, there are plenty of other states to visit. New York. Austin peered out from the top of the Statue of Liberty. He had heard that there was a big apple somewhere in New York, and he was hungry again. The 225-ton Statue of Liberty is located in Upper New York Bay in New York City. Manhattan is sometimes referred to as the Big Apple. The World Trade Center in Manhattan is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Austin didn't see any oversized fruit, so he knew he had to move on. Pennsylvania. Hershey's, the largest chocolate manufacturer in North America, has its headquarters in Hershey's, Pennsylvania. The Liberty Bell is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. New Jersey. The street names on the game board for Monopoly are based on streets in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Abscon Light, the tallest lighthouse in New Jersey, is in Atlantic City. Connecticut. Every state had fun things to see and do, but none was a perfect fit. A candy maker named George Smith from New Haven, Connecticut, is often credited with giving the lollipop its name. He named the candy after his favorite horse, Lollipop. Providence, Rhode Island. Since 1785, Bristol, Rhode Island has been the home to the country's longest running series of annual 4th of July celebrations. Maybe he was looking in the wrong region of the United States. He caught the next bus southward. The South. Florida. Florida had to be it. It was warm, it was sunny. Austin ate oranges, he sunbathed, he swam with the manatees. This would be the perfect place to live. Florida has 663 miles of beaches. Florida produces about 67% of the supply of oranges in the United States. Crystal River, Florida is one of the few places in North America where it's legal to swim with manatees. He even got invited to a dinner party, but when he discovered that he was going to be the main course, he knew it was time to go. The Florida Everglades is the only place in the world where alligators and crocodiles live in the same place. Finding a home was proving to be harder than he thought. That night, Austin wished on a lone star for a clue. Alabama. The next morning, his quest continued. At Space Camp in Huntsville, Alabama, kids can learn about being an astronaut. Georgia. The Georgia Aquarium holds more than 10 million gallons of water and features more animals than any other aquarium. South Carolina. The world's largest fire hydrant, located in Columbia, South Carolina, is nearly 40 feet tall and weighs 5 tons. North Carolina. In 1903, the Wright brothers made the first successful airplane flight at Kill Devil Hills near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The Wright brothers National Memorial now commemorates their achievement. Virginia. Every July, wild ponies swim across the Assadgu Channel from Assadgu Island and Chickadee Island. None of those are said correctly, probably. West Virginia. The largest water tasting competition in the world occurs every year in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. More than 100 waters from around the globe are judged. Delaware. Each year, Delaware hosts a pumpkin throwing contest called Pumpkin Chunkin'. Maryland. George Washington's false teeth are displayed at the National Museum of Dentistry in Baltimore, Maryland. District of Columbia. Austin thought the White House in Washington, D.C. would be an exciting place to live, and he'd heard that the president loved dogs. Washington, D.C. is not a state or city, it's a district. D.C. stands for District of Columbia. The White House, the home of the president, has 132 rooms, including 16 family guest rooms, 1 main kitchen, 1 diet kitchen, 1 family kitchen, and 35 bathrooms. Unfortunately, the president wasn't looking for a new pet. Kentucky. The Kentucky Derby, held in Louisville, Kentucky, is the oldest continuously held horse race in the country. Tennessee. The Grand Ole Opry House in Nashville hosts weekly country music concerts. These are broadcast as one of the longest running radio shows in history. Mississippi. The square dance is Mississippi's official dance. New Orleans, Louisiana is known for its yearly Mardi Gras. People wear costumes and beads and celebrate with music and parades. Arkansas. The Crater of Diamonds State Park in Pike County, Arkansas, is the only diamond-bearing place in the world where you, the public, can dig for diamonds. Oklahoma. Oklahoma has the highest number of strong tornadoes per square mile. Austin was discouraged, but was not ready to give up. He hopped on a train heading west. California welcomed Austin with open paws. The original Dog Beach in San Diego, California, is one of the first official leash-free beaches in the United States. Tillman holds the Guinness World Book for fastest 100 meters on a skateboard by a dog. He established his record in Los Angeles, California. Bosco was elected to the honorary title of Dog Mayor by the town of Sunol, California in 1981. To his dismay, he realized that it was also a state that welcomed cats. California is the highest population of cats. Nevada. Some people believe that the government is hiding aliens in Area 51, a mysterious Air Force installation that is located in southern Nevada. Oregon. Mill Inns Park in Portland, Oregon is the world's smallest official park, measuring 2 feet across. Washington. Washington is the state that grows the most apples. Idaho. The largest potato chip in the world is in Blackfoot, Idaho, at the Idaho Potato Museum. It measures 25 inches by 14 inches. Montana. Montana has the largest grizzly bear population in the lower 48. Wyoming. Strange looking rock formations called Devil's Tower was America's first national monument. It's located in the Black Hills of Wyoming in Crook County. Wyoming has the cleanest air in the country. Colorado. Since Colorado has the highest average altitude, a baseball hit in Colorado will travel further than any other state. This is because the air is thinner the higher you are, creating less resistance to the ball. Utah. Rainbow Bridge, located in San Juan County, Utah, is the world's largest known natural bridge. It stands 278 feet wide and 309 feet high. There was plenty of room to run in New Mexico, but all the travel had made him tired. He climbed into a cozy little basket to take a nap. There are only about 15 people per square mile in New Mexico. The Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta features more than 600 hot air balloons from around the world. Austin wasn't going to be living in New Mexico. From the air, Arizona looked like it would be a wonderful place to live. Just think of all the bones he could bury in that giant hole. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long, up to 18 miles wide, and over a mile deep. The Colorado River has been eroding the canyon's steep sides for millions of years. But the wind had other plans for our hero. Non-contiguous. Austin finally landed in Alaska, where an Alaskan Malamute was waiting to meet him. Austin could join a team of sled dogs and win the Iditarod Great Sled Race. Dog mushing is the official state sport of Alaska. The non-contiguous states are the ones that do not touch any other U.S. state. But Austin wasn't very good at pulling a sled. Honolulu, Hawaii. Iolan Palace in Honolulu, Hawaii is the only royal palace in the United States. The hula is the state dance of Hawaii. He wasn't very good at the hula dancing either. It was time to head back to the mainland. The Midwest, Michigan. The world's only floating post office is a boat named the J.W. Westcott II. It delivers mail to ships as they travel through the Detroit River in Detroit, Michigan. It even has its own zip code. Minnesota. The Mall of America is in Bloomington, Minnesota. Is the size of 84 football fields. Wisconsin. Luck, Wisconsin is known as the yo-yo capital of the world. Ohio. At last, Austin's journey was over. His new home had to be Ohio. The state that hosted the Banana Split Festival was a state for him. To celebrate, he let out a loud victory howl. Wilmington, Ohio hosts a yearly Banana Split Festival. Many believe that the banana split was invented there. There was a law allowing police officers in Paulding, Ohio, to bite a dog to quiet it. As it turns out, his new home was not going to be Ohio. Indiana. Every year, the Indianapolis hosts the Indianapolis 500. The 500-mile car race is held in the world's largest sporting facility, which has more than 250,000 seats. Illinois. Sioux, one of the largest and best preserved Tyrannosaurus rex specimens ever found on display in the Field Museum of Natural History in Chicago, Illinois. Missouri. The American Kennel Club Museum of Dogs is in St. Louis, Missouri. It contains more than 700 original paintings, drawings, and other artworks depicting dogs. Iowa. Iowa has the highest literacy rate in the country. 99% of its residents can read. North Dakota. Turtle Lake, North Dakota is the home of the annual World Champion Turtle Races. South Dakota. Mount Rushmore is a giant sculpture that is carved into the Black Hills of South Dakota. It depicts the faces of 4 former presidents of the United States: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Nebraska produces the most popcorn of any state, more than 250 million per year. Austin was worn out. He had visited so many great states, but still hadn't found his real home. He sat down in the exact center of the country to review his map. On the map, he saw something that he had never noticed before: his name. He was headed back to the south. The geographical center of the contiguous United States is near Lebanon, Kansas. Now he's going. Austin crossed Lady Bird Lake and thought about his journey so far. He was sure his home must be here, but something was missing. He's in Austin, Texas. Every spring this summer evening around sunset, hundreds of thousands of bats emerge from underneath the Ann W. Richards Congress Avenue Bridge in Austin, Texas, to find insects to eat. Suddenly it hit him. Bump. "Hey, boy, you look lonely," a girl said. "Don't you have a home? I've been looking for a puppy just like you. Would you like to come home with me?" Austin wanted to more than anything. In her arms, Austin realized what he'd been missing all along: a family. He was finally home. Dear friends, I found a great home in Austin. Wish you were here. Love, Austin. P.S. Come to visit. Austin's journey started over here.